how's it going, folks? I think the word nowadays, no matter how much you make, it just doesn't seem like life gets any better or easier, to be honest, in today's current standard. Just money comes in and money comes out. And I think the word is enough to live on. I think that's the right word. Enough to live on. The money that I make is enough to live on. Or struggle or poverty. And I believe that the way how things are going right now, and obviously there should be, I won't say there's a breaking point, but everything is going up. But just think of, okay, those who owns a mortgage, all right, let's just say you own a mortgage, right? You've owned a mortgage and you're paying what, maybe 2,000 or plus, or 3,000 or 4,000, whatever how much you make, right? But when you go to JB Hi-Fi or appliance store to purchase something, it's so cheap. I remember my dad pays around, what my dad says, $25,000 mortgage repayment per month. Now I know you're gonna say, well, your dad's rich, this and that. No. He was jumping the wagon that most people want to buy and flip houses. That's why he jumped on that wagon, bought expensive, wants to make big, renovated, whatever. And I told my dad, I'm like, that $25,000 that month that you pay, you can go on a very good trip. Have you realized that? Do you know that rental car that I own? Yeah, I know it's a Chinese brand, it's MG, but it costs $23,000 drive away. What is this car? What is it? MG? I don't know. What's this? What is my hearing says? ZS. All right. Yeah, it's an SUV. It's big, spacious cars. $23,000. I don't think that most people are so addicted to this whole housing thing, and they stop realizing that your monthly payment is maybe 3 months of that payment you can buy a brand new car or whatever. I'm just saying, I know my cousin got $12,000 per month. I think it's going to jack up to 14.5, right? 14.5. Then I told her, I'm like, that's 2 months of your mortgage repayment is equivalent to a brand new car. I don't think people understand, when you get into these days, I understand, houses can double and triple, whatever, but you gotta play the game, the risky game, you know what I'm saying? The whole thing is so risk. And when I speak to many of my family members, and then family members are or friends are William, you should have a house, this and that, you can rent the rooms out, blah 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 blah, we can do it. I'm like, yeah, I know, but there's so much headache. You get a house, you rent it to someone else, and maybe you rent a couple of rooms out, and then they're gonna ruin this and ruin that, and you're gonna find some time, do this, who's gonna mold the roof. I know how to do all this stuff. I'm not lying to you guys. I can build, but I don't have the time to give up my day job and to do this, because I gotta keep up these repayments, mate. So it's just that, when I think it's enough to live on nowadays, right? And I feel like the more minimalist that you have is the stress-free, because labor is so expensive in the Western world. That's why we have so many migrants and cheaper the labor down, which I call it the light slavery wage. And then they make the money and then send back to their country or whatever, how it is. But just to think about that whole thing, notion of that enough to live on. But then again, once you got to think about the long term, when you're going to be retirement or age or whatever. You don't have any money left because the cost of living is so high. Wages hasn't gone up. And yeah, it's just a matter of the fact, the whole thing,